What is up? Welcome in. We're talking about CDL. We're talking about trucking, training, whatever you want to talk about. Talking about bad experiences, good experience, whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it today. It's been a pretty good week over here. Right now, I have two students. One of them will test out on next Monday, and then one of them will test out a week from tomorrow. So let's go. Backwoods, what's up, brother? Yeah, Backwoods. I meant to hit you up this week, bro. How you been? Lou says, "Hey, what's up? How's life?" Oh, life's great. Life's great, man. I just been working. You know, it's you know, the saying like all work and no play makes you a doughboy. Green Witch, evening D. So kind of funny story last week. So last week was kind of so my pay last week wasn't the best ever because something happened where they so I tested out a student last week and they forgot to approve the pay on it. So my check was kind of low and I was like, "Oh no." I was like, "This is not good." Like my check was not what it normally is. So I was like, "Man, this is no good." So basically, I hit up my fleet manager. I said, "Hey, what happened?" He was all like, "Oh, I see where we didn't get it approved. We're getting it approved now." Sad thing is, I have to wait till this week to get that check. But that's how trucking kind of is. Yeah, your money's always going to be kind of up and down. One week's going to be better than the next. You make sure you manage your money, and you'll be fine. But I was not happy. I was not happy last Friday whenever I seen it. I was like, "What? It's the first of the month. Mortgage is due. This is not good." But it is what it is. You still get your money. It's not like I'm not gonna get my money. I'm still gonna get my money. Green Witch, what's going on? Backwoods says, "Been doing good. Things are slowly getting better." Green Witch, how's the new driver? You get the new driver in there already? Running hard? Sam says, "Hello. How was your day? Good to see you at the Prime Yard." Yeah, Sam, did you get your truck or what? So Sam's back in town. We were visiting. We were visiting and me and Sam we get to talking. We're some talkers. So we were over there talking, having a good time, and he was all like, "Yeah, I got a class at 1." So we're over there chit-chatting. We're talking and talking and talking, and I look at the clock and I'm all like, "Was your class at 1?" And he was all like, "Yeah." I said, "It's 1:05." So he had to run to his class. Hope you didn't get in any trouble over that, but that's what happens when we start talking like that. Prime time Fitz, what's going on, bro? How are you? It's hello. Greenwich says new guy has been out a week so far. So good. Let's go, man. Let's go. That's great. I hope that he keeps running hard and making money, and it's something else running your own truck. So Greenwich, he has more than one truck. He's over here running his own fleet, putting people in trucks and doing his thing. I like to see that. That's one thing great about Prime is Prime's like, "Hey, if you want to buy trucks and put somebody in them and keep running my freight, like I'm happy with it. Like let's go." So like that's really good. Like sky's the limit here. You can either be a company driver getting paid every month, have your good benefits like your 401k, your health insurance, all that stuff, or you can go like W2 employee, or you can go all the way to 1099, own your own business, run your own trucks, Yeah, the your options here are open to do anything you want. You have a lot of avenues to go, a lot of different ways to making money. Find out what works best for you and do it. Sam says, "Yes, I did show you tomorrow to show you." Yes, I did. I'll show. Sam, I got to load tomorrow. I got to load. They usually load me on Friday. For some reason, it kind of feels like nobody likes to do loads on Friday, so I'm pretty much guaranteed a load every Friday. You know, it is what it is. Primetime Fitz is all good out here in Colorado, taking my break. And Primetime Fitz is living the life over there. He gets paid during his 10-hour breaks, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. I wish I got paid during a 10-hour break. I would like that. My bad. I didn't mean to put your business out there. I'm not saying who you work for or nothing like that, but that is pretty neat. Like when you told me that, I was like, wow, that is pretty cool. I was like, man, I never got paid for a 10-hour break. It's not fair. Sam, so whenever when you upgrade to get your own truck and you're going lease, when you sign that contract, be ready to run freight. I will say that. So what you want to do, you'll send me a picture. Okay, cool. Cool. I definitely want to see it, Sam. But when you get that contract, your first week is deferred. So, like, you have no payment your first week, pretty much. They kind of push it off to the end. So, when you sign that contract, you get in your truck and you want to run as soon as you sign it. So, like, I usually try to tell everyone, hey, do not sign that contract till you're pretty much ready to hit the road. Like, you know, I see a lot of people, they'll sign the contract and then they'll just hang out for a while, like 5, 6 days. Well, I gotta run around and get some more stuff for the truck and I gotta go grocery shopping and all that. Hey, we're out here to make money, and if I don't got a truck payment the first week, it's time to take full advantage of that, you know. Primetime Fitz says, I don't care, you can put it out there, bro. Walmart is the best. So Primetime Fitz right here, he's over at Walmart now, and if y'all want it, he's more than happy to help y'all out if anyone's thinking about going to Walmart. Click on his name right there, go to his channel or type it in, Primetime Fitz, and go to his channel. I'm sure he has. I'm almost 100% he has his at least his email on his channel. So get with him. He probably answers some good questions about going to Walmart. Some real good questions. He's very knowledgeable. He's real good at doing his research, and he's real good at finding out how he's paid. So like he's one of my guys that whenever I had like a serious question, I could always go to him and be like, "Hey, what do you think about this? Or how does this work? Or what's this new policy mean? What are they talking about?" Because he's very good with stuff like that. Um, Matthew Conway says, I was planning to get my CDL with Prime back in 2021. Now the goal is this summer or fall. Okay. So back in 2021. So what stopped you? I'm being nosy, my bad. But like, hey, what stopped you? Make the screen bigger. I'm getting old. I need some new glasses. I can't really see the writing on the screen, so I have to make it the size of the full screen or I can't see it. You know, you don't have to answer that though. I hear a lot of people they put it off and they put it off and they put it off, and then whenever they finally do come in, they get here, they're all like, "Man, I should have never put this off. I should have came right for it." You know, and you know, it is what it is. You put it off. Some people will put it off and put it off and then never do it. The thing is, don't try not to push it off. Like try to get there as soon as you can. That way you can start your future sooner. Primetime says, I haven't done any videos for Walmart yet. Their social media policy is a lot tighter than what I've been used to. But anybody wants to shoot me a message or anything like that, I'll answer anything. So Primetime Fit says, y'all have any questions, shoot him a message and he'll answer it. And trust me, he will answer it. He will get back to you as soon as he can. He won't leave you hanging for like a day or two. He'll give you a good answer. But definitely like if you're going to Walmart, that's who I recommend to talk to right there. Trust me, the not too long ago, I hit him up and I was all like, "Hey, man, like, you know me, I'm always doing my research out there. Like, I'm finding out, like, hey, is the grass greener on the other side? Am I like compared to what I got now? Am I ready to make a move somewhere else, or am I just gonna stay where I'm at?" Honestly, until like I'm telling you, like if if things do not go good, if things do not go good, and if you mess with my money, I will leave. So I will say that. But as long as I'm getting paid, like if so that bad check I got this week, if they would have been like, "Oh, well, we forgot to put it on there, so we're not going to put it on there." I was watching a video of a trucker the other day. He was talking about his job. He was all like, "Yeah, they didn't pay my check right. They didn't put the stuff on it that they were supposed to, and they told me that they just kept giving me the run around and they didn't pay me." And he was all like, "They just didn't pay me for it." And he's all like, "Now this is the second time it's happening. I told him I ain't moving no freight until they fix it." And I'm like, "Good for you. Like, fight for your money. Like, heck no." But luckily they said, "Hey, we just forgot to approve this stuff and it'll be on your next check." Now this Friday, if it's not on my check, uh, I'm gonna be talking to a lot of people. It will be on this check though. I got a good fleet manager. I got a great fleet manager, and he got it taken care of. He's a man's as good as his word. He said he got it taken care of, and I completely trust him. Best fleet manager, in my opinion, the best fleet manager out there on the company side. I don't know the lease side. I've never went on the lease side, but I know on the company side, great fleet manager. Uh, oh, don't do that. Don't click on that. They've been having us. So Sean, they've been having like a lot of us instructors teach the new instructors class. It's pretty cool. We're out there helping them out, teaching them how to back and talking to them. And I feel like the program is getting a lot more. How would you say that? I feel like the new changes are going to be good and it's going to be more like, man, how would you say that? I think there's some good changes coming, I will say. Backwoods says, "Is your fleet manager still Yes. Yes, Backwoods. That's still my fleet manager. Really, really good fleet manager. But yeah, I see a lot of changes coming down in the training department. Like they definitely want us that are out there doing this all the time. They're really encouraging us to help others. They're asking us, they're all like, "Hey, what's your secret? Like, what's your secret? Your students are passing pre-trip." They pulled five of us in not too long ago. They said, "Hey, how are y'all doing y'all's pre-trip?" So we told them how we were doing our pre-trips, and they were all like, "Yeah, our pre-trip scores are down." And we're at first, you get defensive. I'm real paranoid, so I'm all like, "Why you calling me in here? Like, this is messed up. Why? Like, I didn't do nothing. I can't remember the last one that I had fail. It's been a long time." But yeah, they were just trying to be. They were more like, "What are you doing to help your students pass?" So it was kind of cool. Uh, Backwood says he's a great fleet manager. Had him when I was company. Yes, sir. Great fleet manager. Joel Crawford says, "New to the channel. Just found it 5 minutes ago. You are a company driver? If so, what company do you work for?" I'm a company driver at Prime Inc. That's where I'm at. I'm at the new Prime Inc. Um, Joel, you have a CDL or you looking at getting one? Uh, if you want, I can come in on audio for a little bit. I'm on. I moved off of the other app we were or the other web page that we were using, and I have no idea on this new one how to put a guest on here. I have no idea. Like I can't pop up the comments like on what was it called? StreamYards. On StreamYards, I could pop up the comments on the screen. It was real easy. This one, I'm still learning, so I have no idea how to add you, or I would. I definitely would. I just StreamYards like paid membership on StreamYards or come to this one. The thing is, I wanted to be able to stream on more stuff than just YouTube at once. So I was trying to get the other Facebook on at the same time. And I started using OBS. So I'm in OBS now, and to set up all this stuff is pretty complicated. I don't even know how to share my stream yet, like, or how to share my screens. Like, I'm guessing you would just add another source over here. I'm still getting used to it. I figure the more I stream on here, the better I'm going to get at it, so. Greenwich says, you need to find a computer geek to help you. I know. See, Greenwich knows me. I'm not good with this computer stuff. Like, I can't. Like back when we wanted to do a Discord, we did a Discord. I didn't know, I didn't have nothing in, like I couldn't do nothing in there. I was all like, y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out. I don't know how to program. I don't know how to do none of that stuff. So StreamYard was a lot easier. You just log into the website or you just search it in Google, click on it, boom, pop it up, and it was good. But this thing right here, I'm having to figure stuff out. Roderick says, let's go, Roderick, with the $2. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Roderick says, I'm a company driver at Prime. How much vacation 1 year? How much vacation 1 year? Uh, so see, that's what I'm not sure. I'm not sure on it really. I can tell you. I can tell you how much I was looking at it the other day, and I don't know if I just got vacation one time, if it's the amount for just getting it one time, but I can tell you how much vacation time I have. So I don't know if they at like I don't know if this is just for like 1 week or not, but oh, you can't see that. Well, I know you can't sneak on my phone. But my vacation balance right now is 3,600. So I don't know if that's just for 1 week or if that's maybe I got a week of vacation and then I built up another week of vacation, built up another week and built up another week. I don't know. Whenever I started vacation time worked like this, you drove like 100 and oops, you drove like over 100,000 miles and they would give you 1 week of vacation. And back then whenever I first started, I want to say it was the same as what the TNT students were making, and it was just $700. So I was like, that's $100 a day. So I definitely got more than that now. I do not have the exact answer on that. And we were talking, I was talking to another instructor out there the other day, and he was all like, "Yeah, I got to get he held up the fleet manager and he said, "Hey, how many more miles do I have to do to get my vacation time?" And the fleet manager told him 1,800 miles. So or 18,000, no, 18,000 miles I think it was. He had needed to do another 18,000 miles. And he was all like, "Man, I'll have that by September." And I was all like, "Maybe." So I don't know the exact how vacation time works anymore. I don't know exactly how it works no more. Joe Crawford says, looking at getting my CDL, the state of South Carolina offers this free tuition at the public technical college. After that, was considering prime or roll. So, hey man, if they're willing to pay it, then like I don't see why not. The only thing I will tell you though is Prime does not always hire people fresh out of schools. I will tell you that. So if you're lucky, they will hire you. If you're not lucky, then they're going to tell you get 6 months of experience and reapply. I'm just telling you, just in case you run into that problem. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I'll be flat out honest with you. Uh, like we really do not like me. I don't really like messing with people with CDLs that have a CDL. I don't really like messing with them. They give me a CDL holder, and I'm just like, oh no, because they're hard to deal with. Like you go to a school, you learn. The school teaches you whatever they teach you to get you a pass, and then you come here, and I'm all like, now I have to teach you how to be safe now, even though you were already taught how to drive, you might have not been up to the same standards that we teach, I will say. And sometimes it's really hard for people to take that and be like, "Nah, man, I know what I'm doing." "Oh, dude, you're going to hit something." Sometimes with those guys, we have some close calls, and I'm all like, man, dude, you almost hit that car, and you think that you're safe. So it's just a difficult thing to do with. If it was up to me, I wouldn't like. I'm not even gonna front. Like if it was up to me, which it is by far not up to me. I have no say so whatsoever in it. But if it was up to me, I wouldn't. I'd be like, hey, let's not even bring in guys with CDLs. Let's just bring in only PSD students. If you bring in a guy with a CDL, bring in somebody with some experience, like a year of experience, 6 months of experience, whatever. Make sure they have some experience before they come in. Because unfortunately, a lot of places you go to get a CDL, they're just not up to the same standards as a company like a mega carrier. And I'm not even talking about Prime, but like it could be any of the mega carriers that teach you how to drive, because at the end of the day they are putting you into their trucks. So they don't want to put just anybody into their trucks. So they're going to make sure they go the extra mile with you to make sure that you are safe to be in the truck. Now you're lucky because you said that they will give you free tuition at the public technical college for it. So I mean, at least it's gonna be free for you. I will give you that. Like it's free, completely free to get a CDL. That's kind of cool. But if you go to most of these mega carriers or these companies that have the schools, they have contracts with you. So like at Prime, you work here a year, and the what you owed to get your CDL, the 4K or whatever it is to get your CDL, that debt is wipe free. You don't owe it no more because you did a year contract with us. Okay, Primetime Fitz says for the vacation thing at Prime, I believe a company side you're gonna get 1 week's paid vacation for every 125,000 miles driven. Then after 7 years, it goes up to 2 weeks paid vacation. Okay, so maybe mine's 2 weeks of paid vacation. Maybe that's what it is. But still, that's a lot. What did I say it was? See, I'm telling you, Primetime Fitz, he knows his stuff. I think I said it was 3,600. What was it? Yeah, it's 3,600. 3,600 divided by 2. So that's 1,800 a week. Hey, man, I make more in vacation time than I do working a lot of times. Probably ain't supposed to say stuff like that, but hey. Yeah, Joel, I mean, like, do whatever you feel like the best plan for you. Like, whatever's the best for you. There's a lot of negative things to go onto a mega carrier too. So, like, here we drive all the automated manual transmissions. So we're not driving manual. Like, you're not learning in manual, you're not testing in manual. You're gonna be in the automated manual transmissions, aka the automatic truck. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you're going to one of those schools where they're paying for your tuition like that, if there's any way possible for them to put you in a manual transmission, get that manual transmission. Learn on that. Do it, because it's gonna open you up for more jobs to not have that restriction on you. That's equals to 3 weeks paid vacation you've earned. Oh, so I guess I got 3 weeks of paid vacation. So what is it a week? See, that's what he asked. What was it a week? I couldn't give him an answer. So 1,200 a week. That sounds about right. That really does. That sounds way better. Shoot, I might take off 3 weeks at the end of the year. Just like mental time. I need a mental break. 3 weeks. You know, if I took off 3 weeks, they would still call me and have me do loads. I'm telling you, like, hey, could you do this load tomorrow? Yeah, I can do it. You sure you're on vacation? Yeah. I guess if I go on vacation, I gotta go far away. Get 3 weeks with the company I'm at. Yeah, yes, 1,200 a week. Okay, 1,200 a week, 125K miles. Whew. Company I work for bases on 40 hours a week. You know, I was thinking about this cent per mile the other day, and I was all like, I was that was weird. My computer just flipped out. But I was thinking about this cent per mile the other day, and I was like, is it really worth getting paid cent per mile, or would it be better getting paid by the hour? So I was watching another truck driver, his YouTube. I was watching him, and he was talking about how he gets paid by the hour trucking. And I was trying to figure it up, and I was all like, it's like, man, if I divide that by 60 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour, what's he making a mile? And it was just like, I was looking at both sides of it, and I was like, man, is cent per mile really that much of a better option for us as truck drivers? Or would it have been better to get paid by the hour? Because that paid by the hour business, it was sounding pretty good, because sometimes you get stuck in traffic, you're stuck there, you're stuck at a receiver, you're just stuck sometimes. Joel says, I don't have an issue with learning. I don't know everything. I consider going the route as to not be bound to anyone. If I get Your consideration going that route as to not be bound to anyone. Yeah, true, true. But also at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to get experience somewhere. So, like in trucking, Joel, I'll tell you the best thing that you can do in trucking. The best thing you can do is when you get hired by whoever, it doesn't matter whoever, stay there as long as you can. Stay there at least 2 years. Because what you're really getting out of your first company is experience. So with whoever you go with, like I don't care who you go with, your first company might not be the best paying job. It might not be the one that you wanted. It might be OTR. It might be regional, whatever it is. You're getting experience. With the CDL, with CDL work, it is all about having experience. So the more experience you have, the better job you can get. Whenever I started driving, Walmart required 5 years of experience. They were not and a clean driving record. They were not messing around with anybody unless they had a 5 year experience with a clean record. So that's what you're going for, Joe. Just make sure that you get to a company, no matter where you go, that has good equipment. They fix their equipment. Make sure that they take care of their equipment, because a lot of stuff that you'll get in trouble for is your equipment. There's some trucking companies out there. I'm not going to get into who they are or anything like that, but you might find something wrong with your, hey, this is broken on my truck. They're all like, it's okay. No, it's not okay. If it's something that's dangerous or it's something that's broken, it needs to be fixed. And some companies are all like, well, you can either drive the truck or leave. Yeah, yeah, I don't want to be at one of those. Do your research. Do your research. Find the ones that has the newer equipment. Ask them how often do they um what's it called? How often do they replace their equipment? Like how long do they keep it? Do they keep it 6 years? Do they keep it 10 years? Like how long is it? How often do they get new equipment? Uh that's why I work at Walmart 23 days off a year and I earn 1 day every 2 weeks out. Backwood says, yeah, company I'm with now wants 2 years of 18 speed experience. No automatics. Sucks for a lot of people, but they make the rules. See, and that's 2 years of experience in a manual 18 speed. So experience is your key, Joel. Joel, it's your key out here. Trucking is about having experience. Greenwich says, man, I like that little channel membership that you have next to your name, Greenwich. I've never seen it before. Like on the other one that I streamed on, I couldn't ever see that, but it's real big on the screen because I'm blind, and that is freaking cool. It looks cool. My bad, off subject. Greenwich says I worked jobs that paid per hour, like if a lot better than mileage. Like if a lot better for mileage. A lot better than mileage. Man, I can't read. I worked jobs that paid per hour. Liked if a lot better. Liked if a lot better than mileage. So you like getting paid by the hour better, I think is what you're saying. Joel says, I am driving and using talk to text, so that last part of that message, not sure how it even got there. Yeah, it's all good, man. I just trust me, I have a hard time reading anyway. So like Scotty B says, and the local world that I'm in, the new companies don't get brand new trucks, so new drivers. Jay Tiller, yo, what's up? What's going on? Backwoods says, you never get a channel member Ship icon. LOL. Damn, my bad. Yeah, yeah, my bad. You'll never get one, huh? Yeah, that it is pretty neat though on Greenwich is I want to say that that's like I can't remember what that I think that was like a 2 year icon that Greenwich has. Primetime Fit says all the best companies you can go to require experience. Experience equals better pay. That part right there. That's facts. More experience, better pay. More experience, better chance of getting the job too. Safer your record is, better chance of you getting the job. LSU truckers says I've noticed smaller companies I've been to will hardly ever fix things when I ask. Yeah, that's a problem. Smaller companies they just don't have the money to fix stuff like these mega carriers do. So like and there's nothing wrong with like smaller companies. There's not. It's just they just don't have the same ability to fix stuff. Some of these bigger companies, they have their own shops and stuff like that. The smaller companies are going to have to put that truck in the shop and then they lose it. It's out of commission and they need something to move that freight. A week and 2 days in TNT over 8K miles down. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's great, man. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. I don't know why I can't join with iPhone. I don't know either. It's strange. If I knew how to like I don't know if you even can, but there should be a way that you could gift a membership. I think I'll look up some YouTube videos, see if I can gift a membership. I'll just give you a membership if I can. I don't know how, but Chris112 says Prime Inc. is definitely my first choice as my starter company and probably long into the future. And that's what I was doing too. I was like, I'm going to go here, I'm going to get my CDL, I'm going to do a year and I'm gone. And now look at me. November or October, actually. October is about to be 9 years for me here. So I never left. LSU trucker says I asked for a new steer tire for about 3 months because it was down to the soft rubber about to be in the wire. Woo wee. See, I couldn't work at that. I would be like, you know what? I'm not like I am not gonna drive that truck if it's not legal. I'm not gonna drive it. At the end of the day, if you're at a company that's trying to force you into driving a something that's not safe, they're risking your CDL, and like your CDL is your livelihood, and it goes back to like your record having a clean record plus the experience. You're gonna mess up your record. Uh, Greenwich says that bag is for 2 years. Been a member for 30 months. Let's go, Greenwich. 2 year badge. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I remember making all those badges, but I couldn't remember like by looking at them. I was pretty sure that was a 2 year one. Primetime Fit says Twisted has never liked iPhone. Yeah, it's not that I don't. It's not really that I don't like iPhone. I really don't have a problem with iPhone. I just know I know my Android. I know how my Android works, and I really never wanted to switch because I don't want to have to learn something else. Like so, whenever my daughter, one of my daughters, for her birthday, she wanted an iPhone. So I ended up getting her iPhone. And I told her, I said, you better ask your friends how I use that thing because I'm not going to be able to fix it if you mess it up. And I don't know nothing about it. So you're going to have to ask them. And before I got this phone right here, I was tired of the Galaxy S. So back whenever the last Note came out, one of the last Notes, I was gonna switch to iPhone because I was sick and tired of the S, whatever they are, whatever the phones used to be. It was either that one or the Note with Samsung's big phones. So I was gonna switch over to iPhone because they were just irritating me. And I decided to get a Note. And then I was like, okay, I'll keep getting these Notes. And then all of a sudden the Notes disappeared and now they're on these. So, I like the Note. It was a good phone, I thought. But now this is basically a Note anyways. It's about the same size and it has the pen and everything, so it's not really that I don't like iPhone. It's just some people like iPhones, some people. It's kind of like the Freightliner and the Peterbilt people. Like some people will swear by the Peterbilt, some people will swear by Freightliner. You know, if you ask me, I don't care. It's a truck, but if you ask somebody driving a Peterbilt, I will only drive a Peterbilt. It's kind of like Android versus iPhone. Android's like, yeah, we got Android. It's cool. It doesn't matter. It's a phone. Yeah. iPhone people are like, iPhone's the superior phone. Like, it's just like a whole different attitude and stuff. Greenwich stopped in a scale and asked their thoughts on that tire. Oh, yeah. Greenwich, you gotta drive it to that scale first. They're gonna be like, "What are you doing driving it over here?" You could also like, I guess you could have just took it to the shop and been like, "Hey, what do you?" See, and that's another thing. So you couldn't have took it to the shop. Like, I was talking to somebody at another trucking company, and it was a pretty big trucking company, and they wouldn't get something on that guy's truck fixed. And I was like, what? They won't get it fixed? And they're all like, nah, they have to. So Road Assist, or their version of Road Assist, I forgot what it was called, but they had to get a ticket, get it approved, and everything just to get the truck looked at. And then they didn't want to pay for nothing to get fixed, or they would try to get it all the way back to their yard and fixed in their shop. And I was like, man, something's not adding up with your trucking company. So yeah, telling you, like, there's some crazy stuff that happens out there. Zach says, I just finished TNT training, about to do the upgrade, but my trainer kept telling me that I should prepare for going into the hole often. Does solo really go into the hole often? Zach, it's like, it all depends on you, really. With anybody that goes lease. And this, like I said, I have never leased. I know how to run a truck. And I've had plenty of friends that lease. I've had good role models to talk to about lease. And as for going into the hole often, it's all up to the work ethics you bring. It's about being the willingness to run. It's really about you. Like, if you're a hard worker and you're gonna run that truck and you're not gonna want to go home, or every time you buy the terminal go in there for like 5 6 days. We've I've seen it where like fleet managers don't want to bring their drivers anywhere close to the yard because they know if their driver is gonna go past the yard or go anywhere around the yard, they're gonna end up in the yard trying to hang out, take some time off, just like, be kicking it. So if you if you keep your head up and you're a hard worker, you shouldn't be going in the hole that much. I mean, it's gonna happen every once in a while. It will happen. You got planned home time. You got an emergency fund. You build up your emergency fund. When you go home, you can use that to pay the truck, which I don't. From from what I've learned from a lot of people that were successful at lease, is they never use their emergency fund to pay their truck payment, because they would let that truck payment go behind, and when they came out of home time, they said it was real easy to get it back out the hole, so they didn't have to touch that emergency fund. But Zach, it's up to you. Like if you're running hard and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, sometimes a load will fall on the next week. Will That'll put you short, but you save up and you make sure that you're always saving, putting some back, because if you do have that time where, like this week for me, my check was my check was $200 this week. Like that's how low it was. But the thing is, it was a little mistake that happened. So my pay's coming next week. Am I worried? Was I worried about it this week? I was a little bit irritated because I was like, man, I did the work. I should have my pay this week. It's all good. They could have cashed advance me whatever I needed. I didn't take that option because I was like, me and my wife were just like, we'll just take it out of savings. Once we get paid, boom, it'll go right back to savings. So not that big of a deal. So if you're good with your money, you don't have to even worry about it. Scotty B says, after having an Android for years, I swapped over to the iPhone and it took me a while to get used to it. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That right there. It took me a while to get used to it. I don't want to do that. This new update that they had the other day, I can't stand it. Where when you pull down the bar, you pull down your settings over here now, and your messages over here, and then when you go to the next screen, the search bars. That new update is driving me nuts. I did not like the new update to the Android. It's cool if you don't like iPhone. LSU says, I've been thinking about getting into hauling sand, salt water in the oil field. It pays good from what I understand. Pays great. It's just you're gonna be working, like you're gonna be running a lot. Like it's not playing around out there. Greenwich says, if I can manage my money, if can manage money, then you'll have less risk of going in the hole. But it does happen, especially in the slow periods. Yes. Primetime Fitz says, if you're afraid of going into the hole, go company for the first 6 to 9 months after you look at your options and look at your options again. Yeah, exactly right. If you're worried about going into the hole, then like he says, go company. The reason I went company is because I had a family dependent on me. I had wife and kids and everything else at the house, mortgage, everything. So for me to go into the hole means that my family's gonna go without. If I was single by myself, I would have probably went lease because like I'm cool with eating ramen noodles. But and don't get me wrong, my kids love ramen noodles, but I'm not gonna have my kids eating ramen noodles every day. Like they need nutrition, they need a house to live in. So like going in the hole is me putting bills back and just getting extra stressed and knowing me, I just not eat nothing on the truck. I wouldn't tell them that I wasn't eating nothing. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not going to spend no money. They're going to have all the money and hopefully they can survive on that and I'm not spending a dime out here like you know, Sassy says, "Hello, it's me again. Hey, what's going on?" Monique Greenwich says, "Company driver is a great way to start, learn the business without worry of paying the bills. After several months, then you decide if you want to go lease." Yeah, and you can always switch. Say you won't go lease right out the gate. You're going lease right out the gate, and say you're out there for like a month or so, and you're like, man, it's not working out. I'm going in the hole too much, as you said. Come bring the truck, turn it in, and go company. I would not go more than like three negative checks. If you're going more than three negative checks, it's time to turn in that lease truck and go company. Straight up. That's my opinion. Now I know there's circumstances where like you might have went 2 or 3 weeks negative. Like if it's just say you're just starting out and you're running and you're trying to make money and you're still in the negative every week, you need to reevaluate if lease is really for you or not. It's a lot of drivers. A lot of those drivers go every Friday safety meeting and leave with brown on their noses. Yeah, I don't go to the safety meetings. Oh heck yeah, I'm getting that fixed. Thank you, Sean. Uh, but yeah, I know what you mean though. I swear, I go to a safety meeting probably once every 3, 4 months, and it's kind of weird because like the same people are always at the safety meeting, and they're drivers. They're at the same table every week, or every time I'm there, they're at the same table, and it's the same drivers. And it's always the ones that want to ask a question or talk on the mic every single week or try to answer something on the mic every week. I'm all like, man, how are you making money if you're here every week, like for the safety meeting? Uh, let's go. You made it to Missouri, been at the campus for a week now. Oh, wow, a whole week. Loud Things says, what step should a fresh out of CDL school student take? What steps should one take? What you should do is find you a place to go work and get some experience straight up. Like it's gonna be hard too, but apply somewhere, try to get that experience. That's what you need. You need after you get about 2 years of experience, you can that opens up the doors to go to a lot of great places to work. We were talking about that earlier, Loud Things. You might want to, like, if you get time, rewatch it. But we were talking about that earlier about, how important it is for you to get experience, especially being new out there. You want to land the great jobs, get the experience under your belt. Sean says he went to the safety meeting for free food. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people go to the safety meeting for free food. I just never. I mean, it's nice for a free meal, but to just, I don't know. I just never been big on going in there too much. Last time I went, I ran into my fleet manager. Ran into my fleet manager in there. He was getting him something for breakfast, and he was all like, "Hey, I'm surprised you knew what this building looked like anymore." And I was like, why you say that? He was all like, because you never come to it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like I dropped off. That was whenever I dropped off my ring to get some more diamonds put in it. So I dropped my ring off because I'm weird like that. So the prime ring that they give you, I don't wear it. I might wear it for like a special event or something. But Prime gives you their ring for on time deliveries, and I don't take it in every year to get a diamond put in it. What I do, because every year they put another diamond in the ring. So what I like even numbers. So I wait till I had four to put in it, and I took it in there to get four put into it. That way it was symmetrical. What I don't like is when, like, if it had a one diamond at the top and then one on the side, I'm all like, it just looks off. I need the one, like, I need balance on it. I need balance on it, or it's gonna bug me. Sad thing is, I don't even wear it, but it just has to be balanced. So I'm thinking like 4 more years, I get 4 more diamonds put on it. 4 more years, I get 4 more. Well, no, actually, after that, it would be the pendant, and then I don't know. We'll just say, Jerry, Jerry and Regina, the Jerry and Regina Lucas. Hello, my friend from Rogerville, Tennessee. Yeah, the free food, the safety meeting is awesome because you get the free food. Like, the food is definitely good. Okay, it's back on. My chat's messing up over there. See, that's one thing about this OBS, Primetime Fits. If you get onto if you start live streaming again and you start using this OBS, get ready for your chat to disappear on you. Like, I have not so far. I have not been. I've used OBS for about 5 weeks now. I've been using OBS to live stream, and every single time my chat has been gone at one point. Jerry says every new driver should go to the safety meeting to learn something. Yeah, they're good, and they're also on YouTube. Also, they're on YouTube. They're on Facebook. Like, there's plenty ways to watch it. Primetime Fit says, still have my ring. If I ever need money bad, it's like money in the bank. Hey, that's what I said the other day too. Whenever I got my $200 check this week, I was all like, I gotta go get my ring from the company store. So I went and got my ring from the company store. I know what you mean, Sean. Or Primetime Fits. I know what you mean. It's money in the bank if you ever need it. I used to be a driver for 16 years before I lost my right leg. Dang. My buddy Peg Leg was the same way. I want to do some live soon. Give an update to everyone. Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would be real cool. I've been watching so I started watching the other YouTube guys at your company too. I've been watching them, and like, I don't see, like, they're doing whatever they want on their lives, like, they or their videos. So I don't see what the deal is. I don't know though. I would not be pushing the issue though, but I've seen a lot of Walmart drivers doing YouTube. There's definitely more than one. I think a long time ago I talked to you on the phone a couple times. Yes, yes, yes. I remember that. Yeah, we talked about what were we talk? We talked about a concert or a festival over by where you live. I do remember that. Man, that was a long time ago too. That was a long time ago we talked. Wait, you got the ring appraised 5,600? Man. Wow. Walmart's wanting to crack down on people doing lives because they want to make sure that the drivers aren't just putting their referral codes out there to get money. Uh, and I don't even know if they do lives, but I watch their videos. It says there are the Dukes of Hazards Festival, so I sell fishing equipment. That's right. That's right. We did talk about that. I remember now. That was a long time ago, Jerry. That was a long time ago. We talked like 2 or 3 days in a row, and then all of a sudden I don't know what happened. I guess I was too busy or something. Memories. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just try to make video. Like I would just make the videos anyways. Primetime Fitz. I'd probably have to change my name from Primetime Fitz though. I don't know. I know it's our paintball team, the paintball team's name, Primetime, but I think if you do a trucking channel and the word prime's in the name, people will associate your name with a company. Videos and lives, Walmart doesn't want you to put anything out if it could be interpreted as negative or a money grab. Ah. Jerry says, "Yeah, I'm not having a yard sale right now. Yeah, I'm not having a yard sale right now. Selling my fishing equipment. Always put your comments on your videos. Hello, my friend." All right, let's see. I've been on here an hour. You don't know how I am. I run an hour. Man, last week y'all got me on here for an hour 30 minutes. It felt like 20 minutes. I think it's because I don't know why, but last week it flew by. It kind of flew by tonight too, but I'm out of here. I gotta go to work in the morning. I gotta load tomorrow. I'm trying to get an early start on it. Get there, do the load, get back. All that good stuff. Keeping my name, I had it before the team, I believe. Did you have the name before the team? I don't think you had the name before the team. Cause that's what we called you out there. I don't know, you might have. I will for sure. All right, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out of there. Everybody be safe out there.